Hey everyone, it's Alicia Atout on behalf of NotFest, and I'd like to welcome you all to our interview with Brendan from COUNTERPARTS.
Hi everybody, thank you for having me. Give me some money, let's go. I'm sick of this shit. Come
You can
on,
plug your
send it over.
PayPal if you'd like, do whatever you fancy.
PayPal, they take my taxes now, so I can't do it.
Oh
but
well, shit.
Discreet e-transfers, let's go, let's go. That's what we're after.
Well, of course, we are here at Slam Dunk back in the UK, just a couple Canadians doing our thing, so how's it feel to be here? How are you doing?
I'm good. I mean, I'm having a good time. Set was good. There's water at this fest. Like I'm having a great time so far. You know what I mean? So this is perfect.
Good.
I love it here. Yeah, I've had 2 hours of sleep. Who cares? Party time. Let's go.
Party time. I'm on that same wavelength. I think I had 3 hours last night, so like we're just ready to rock and roll. You got to push through.
Yeah, like I woke up to like our merch guy. We always like share a bed, and I woke up to him like having some like nightmare. He was talking about like killing people in his sleep. It was like a whole thing.
That's not unsettling at all.
Yeah, but I mean fitting for our vibe, I think. So it's fine. It's fine.
Now, what can you tell me about two kids in a trench coat sneaking into an R-rated movie?
That's me. That's me. If you like, okay, so like, if you picture like, imagine like two little kids like trying to sneak into like American Pie, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And they're on each other's shoulders. They have the big trench coat, like the classic shit.
Yep.
That's me. Like that's just like how I like.
That's just your essence.
That's how I act. Like that's my vibe. Like that's everything about me is just that. But I'm a 31-year-old man who's like definitely not taller than two little kids, so it's fine. But you know, it's I don't know. I don't even. My bios are always terrible. They're always like it's always the worst.
Well, I came across that. I'm like trying to figure out if it's from a film that I maybe missed or something. And I'm like, I think this is just straight up him.
Yes, yes. Unfortunately, it's just straight up me. But you know,
it works.
take it or leave it, I guess.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, like.
Love the attitude.
Thank you. I
Of
appreciate it.
course. Well, when it comes to the music, there is a record on the horizon, A Eulogy for those still here. You played a couple of new tunes live, which sounded so stellar. Those breakdowns were mental, so good.
Thank you.
So when it does come to this release, knowing how much work goes into it, is it killing you just having to sit on it for a few more months?
Yes, I would say mostly because like the release date is like out of our control a little bit with this one. Like everything like pre-COVID was just like, yeah, you can kind of like put it out whenever, like when you guys want to have it out, like that sort of thing, and we could like kind of plan around it. But obviously, like with COVID and like you know you got fucking Adele like printing like 250,000 copies of vinyl, so like every single vinyl pressing plant on Earth is backed up. So the record's been done since like December of last year.
Oh shit!
And now it's like, oh yeah, like. Okay, like here's your masters, whatever, and it's like, okay, this is gonna take like 8-9 months to get it out.
That's
so
wild.
We just have to sit on it. But don't worry, I'm gonna leak it. I'm gonna leak it.
You keep saying that.
I've done it for every record we've ever done.
Yeah.
Every
Gotta
single
keep up
one.
the tradition,
I
right?
mean, don't get me wrong. Like I wait till like a week before release, but I do leak it because I don't care.
Why the hell not?
Who gives a shit? It's fine.
They're gonna hear it either way.
Exactly. Yeah. No one's gonna buy it. We're playing metalcore, that's screaming music. Nobody's gonna pay for it. So I'm just like, yeah, I might as well give it to them early, so that way when we play the show, everybody knows the words.
That's true.
That's my mindset. At
It's
least.
a clever outlook.
But exactly. But
now, when it does come to this release, I know a lot of it was focused on mourning, saying goodbye early on. So for you, did you kind of use it as a form of therapy in a way?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I would think so. Like, I mean, like, without getting like too in depth, I mean, like I've had like a lot of stuff kind of like, you know, like come to a close in the last couple of years, or like maybe not even like come to a close, like just the idea of it has like, you know, like I mean, I'm always gonna go back to this one, but like my cat, right? It's like I got my cat a couple days into having him actually. He got like very sick. The vets told me he was gonna die, like all this stuff, and it was like, oh cool, like this one thing that I had, that was the only reason why I'm like still around. He's gonna die, like shit. And I kind of like turned that into like a theme for the record where it's like, you know, I'm talking about like, I mean, it's not all about my cat. Like don't worry, he's got his song for sure. But, you know, just talking about like my cat, the band, like, you know, I've been doing this since I was 16 years old. So like this will come to a close eventually. Not soon if you guys keep giving me your fucking money, but you know, eventually.
E-transfer.
Exactly. Yeah. BrennanJosephMurphy@gmail.com. But yeah, like that, and like friendships, relationships. Like there's like so many things in my life that like they just go. You know what I mean? And like I started to think like, damn, like that's like kind of like a cool angle to take in terms of like lyrics, where it's just like, yeah, like I want to like be able to say goodbye to things like before they go.
It's kind of like the unknown, but giving yourself closure at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah. Because like, you know, like I like, you know, heaven forbid, like if I never got to say goodbye to my cat who passed away, like I'd never live that down. Like that'd be like easily the worst thing that I've ever experienced. So it's like, okay, like yes, he's good now, and now I know he's like doing really well. So it's like, but I still like that in the event that something happens, like I got to say goodbye. Same with the band, same with like relationships, whether they're like romantic or platonic, like just being able to be like, you know, to say my piece and be like, you know, like thank you for everything, I love you, goodbye. And I've never been able to do that before, you know. So it's like it's therapeutic in a way, but it's also just like in like a weird way, like it's kind of like me just like covering my tracks and being like, yeah, like so at least if something does happen, I can be like, well, I got my piece in, I said goodbye, like I'm good, and then I kind of like based the whole album on that, and it's cool. Like,
it is cool.
I don't know, like it's kind of cool. But
it's only one person here saying it, but I think it's a cool concept.
There you go. Easy. We got one at least.
That's what matters. I also love how much you love that fucking cat.
He's my whole world. It's like I've never had a cat before. Obviously, like I've had like pets and stuff.
Yeah.
Like my parents have my dog still. Well, my parents own like it's their dog, but
yeah,
like
the cat's yours.
I grew up with him. The cat's mine. He had some health problems. I like nursed him back to health. You know what I mean? It was like a whole thing. I went crazy. I was on suicide watch for a sec. But yeah, like he's mine. Like he's like, I take care of him. Like me being able to provide for him, like is the reason why he's still around.
Yeah.
And I've never felt that before. So it's like the bond that him and I have is like crazy.
That's so lovely.
And I love him. He's straight up my.
He's a little baby.
I will quit this in a fucking second. I will be done music for my cat in a heartbeat, but he's my whole world. You know what I mean? Like I love him so much. So don't worry. Like I can't say now, but there's some Kuma stuff that's gonna come out with the record, and you know he has his song and everything. So it's like
I'm hoping we see him on some artwork or something in the future.
There's some cool shit happening.
Oh, okay. Maybe some foreshadowing going on
yes,
here.
It'll be sick. Trust me. What is it? July 26th.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
We'll just throw that out there.
There you go.
I mean, speaking to covers, the cover for this record is really cool. It kind of looks like Hell's Freezing Over. So tell me about that.
It's like, so the whole record is like a little bit heavier. Like, I mean, you know, like within reason. Like it's not like, you know, we're not putting out like a fucking like deathcore record by any means. But yeah, it's like we're tapping more into like the heavy stuff and like the, you know, like the late 90s, mid 2000s metalcore shit. So yeah, so like, you know, when like, and also I mean like the name in itself, like A Eulogy for those still here, that's like kind of like a heavy title, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted the artwork to kind of like showcase that, you know what I mean? So I don't know, some people are like miserable about it. Like some people are like, this is too heavy, this is too metal, and I'm just like,
really?
Dude, like, what do you want? I'm like, I like it. Like we made the thing.
Yeah.
Like, well, okay, you do it. Like, open up MS Paint.
I know, right? It's so easy. Just go ahead.
Yeah, draw a flower and, you know, oh, cool. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? But I love it. It's dark, but it's like pretty and like. So the artist that did it, his name's Colin. He did like the last Teenage Wrist record. That's how I like, know him and know his work. And I just really wanted to work with him. Like that was it. So when it came time to do the album art, I was like, yeah, like Colin's the guy. Like we're just like
very
have
cool
to hire him. So, but I mean, if you're mad about it, like I don't know, fucking grow up, go touch grass. Like what do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like fucking bite me. You know
I love the attitude.
It's my it's not my record, but it's like we made the damn thing.
Yeah.
Like, relax. You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry that we have this other aesthetic in mind, but it's like, dude, like it's ours. Like we did it. Like you don't get to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Like you do it then. I would like, I'll give you $3, like make something better. But whatever.
I have to say, I love how since I first interviewed you like 5 or 6 years ago,
Yeah.
I've seen this incline in terms of like no fucks given. From calling fans dipshits to fuckers, like you just are so blunt, but I love that. So for you, is it just kind of come with growing up and realizing, hey, I'm doing what I love. If other people don't like it, who gives a shit?
Yes, 100%. But like, it's a two-way street for sure. Where it's like even like at So What Fest, I'm like, yo, like so we played that last weekend, and I'm like, yo, like you guys fucking suck. I'm like, I love you, but you fucking suck. And like for me, it's just like, I just want to be honest with our fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, there's like probably a shitload of bands at this festival that are going to be like, oh, this is the best. We love you guys so much, even though it sucks. And I'm like, I'm done. Like, I don't need that. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I'll give credit where credit's due. And I'm like, yes, thank you for spending your afternoon with us. Thank you for coming to the fest. Thanks for buying merch. Like, obviously I'm not like a monster, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna go up there and pretend like this is amazing, and like when we play cities that suck, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I love it here. It's like, nah, dog, like thank you for trying, but like
you failed.
Not great. And like I think that like that for us is like, that's like a big part of like our band at this point, you know? Like
you're very transparent.
Yes, for sure. Where it's like, and like I just want to be, you know what I mean? Like I'm not like, I don't want to lie. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, you guys rule, like this is great or whatever, like this is the best city we've ever been to. It's like, nah, if it sucks, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you guys are fine. You know what I mean? Because like I want to be transparent. I want people to like know that when I say something, I fucking mean it. You know? And like I said, like there's a lot of other bands that don't do that, and they kiss ass, but
not counterparts, everybody.
I've kissed enough ass in my time, you know, at this point.
Right.
I've been doing this since I was 16 years old. I've kissed enough ass. I have a bad taste in my mouth. I'm just going to be honest at this point. So, you know, whatever. And like people will be like, oh, they're terrible. Like they're dickheads. Like Brendan's an asshole. But it's like, I'm not being an asshole. Like I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Like, you know. And so
they'll take it however they want, as long as you're still doing your thing.
Exactly. And
that's
it's like,
what
if you don't like it, like I'm sorry, but this is all for me to have fun at this point. I'm not making money. I'm poor as shit. If I don't have fun, it's game over. So like, let me have my fun, you know? But whatever, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, I want to say thank you for hopping on here, for joining us
problem.
at Knotfest. I'm so glad we got to catch up.
Of course. I mean, it's been like what, like
a long time.
7 years, I think.
Like 6 or 7, probably.
6 or 7, yeah. So
that's insane.
This is cool.
It's
I like
nice. We're here in the UK, a couple Canucks. Thank you so much for joining me today.
We're good. No problem. Thank you for having me.
Everyone watching, this
Be
has been
safe.
Brendan.
I swear to God, I'm not mean. I promise you I'm not mean. Just don't fuck with me. Just stop fucking with me.
He's a friendly human being.
I am. I'm lovely, but be safe. Eulogy, October 7th.
Yes.
Buy it or don't. I don't give a shit.
There you guys have it. For more,
Be
hit up
safe.
knotfest.com, and we will see you next time. Bye.